On the Chiefs' flight to Buffalo, Marty Schottenheimer showed his team the regular season 33-6 victory over the Bills. Evidently, Buffalo saw the same film and vowed to change the original ending.
In Buffalo, you can't blame fans for going hog wild over their Bills. Despite the farmyard atmosphere outside Rich Stadium Sunday, Marty Schottenheimer's visiting Chiefs were constantly reminded that this barnyard dance was not in their Midwestern backyard. No, this was not Kansas City, and it certainly wasn't Enchanted Oz either. And no doubt Schottenheimer gladly would have clicked his heels 3 times to avoid playing before the 80,000 vengeful fans who were looking for their Bills to pay back an embarrassing 33-6 loss at Arrowhead Stadium 3 months earlier.
One play at a time. When it's over, put it aside. It's our opportunity. Let's do it our way, huh? One play at a time.
When the two teams met in October, the Bills were without starting defensive end Bruce Smith and nose tackle Jeff Wright, and Kansas City piled up 239 yards rushing. But both Smith and Wright were back on Sunday, and the Bills' defense that had been susceptible to the run all season tightened up to hold the Chiefs to just 77 yards on the ground. It's been said that the only thing that stands between the Bills and a Super Bowl title is their ability to stop the run. On Sunday, with the defense back near full strength, Marv Levy watched the much maligned unit put forth a championship effort. While Buffalo's defense shut down the Kansas City ground threat, the Bills' offense opened it up any way it pleased. Thurman Thomas rushed for 100 yards for the 4th consecutive time in a postseason game, clearing the way for Jim Kelly and the Buffalo air attack.
2nd and 5 for the Bills at the Kansas City 25. Now Kelly throws long to the end zone. Touchdown! It is Andre Reed! 2nd down and 5 for the Bills from their 47-yard line. And they're going to throw again, another blitz. And here's a throw downfield. Reed's got it! 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! And it is pandemonium at Rich Stadium.
On his 2nd touchdown pass to Andre Reed, Kelly read an all-out blitz that included linebacker Irvin Randall. He then audibled to bring Thurman Thomas over to block, which gave the quarterback just enough time to hit his wide-open receiver. It was an audible Kelly probably could not have called in Kansas City.
You guys had no offense in Kansas City. What's the difference here? Kansas City, what? The noise? You couldn't call audibles? What?
Couldn't do that? Yeah, that's probably the big reason there, the noise.
Buffalo's noisy home field advantage made it almost impossible for Kansas City to call audibles of its own. And when starting quarterback Steve DeBerg was sidelined with a sprained thumb in the 2nd quarter, the Chiefs' offense wasn't sure which way to look for the next Bills assault. With the Chiefs down 24-0, backup Mark Vlasic was forced to the air. But 4 second-half interceptions killed what little hopes Kansas City had left. The Bills exacted their revenge in a game that bore no resemblance to the one played earlier in the season at Arrowhead. Well, maybe one thing looked the same. The chop was dead, but Levy's Bills were very much alive.
Marty, good luck. Great job.
Wow,
good luck to you.
Everything went our way.
All right. Well, hey, seems to me I remember something the opposite way about 9-10 weeks ago. Good luck.
The problem is, all of Buffalo remembered as well.
People tell you that your defense ain't worth nothing.
That's bull. You know, I hate to use that word, but hey, we showed what we did today, and we made our statement on the field.
So Jim Kelly will duel John Elway in the AFC Championship game. Kelly has thrown 36 touchdown passes this season with a plethora of great receivers to choose from. He's found 9 different targets, including 3 possibly headed for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Reed, Lofton, and Thomas. Jim Kelly is now with Chris on NFL Crosstalk.
Jimmy, congratulations. You've had another great year. Are you surprised at just how easy it's been for you and the Bills so far this year?
Well, the way I look at it, it hasn't been that easy. Believe me, I mean, some of the teams we had to face this year, but overall, you look at the way the season went, we had some up and down games, but overall, we set our goals at the beginning of the season. That was to win the AFC East, number 1. Number 2 was to get home field advantage, which we did. And then we played a tough Kansas City Chiefs team last week. Right, Lenny? And then I had to do that. And then we have to play against a very good Denver Broncos team here at home. So it hasn't been easy, but we got to where we wanted to be, and there's only one more step.
Yeah, well, at least the odds makers think you guys are going to have another easy week. But the Denver Broncos are a team that have played you awfully tough in the past. Why do you think they match up so well against the Bills?
Well, they have some great people. I mean, offensively, defensively. You look at some of the guys on defense. Fletcher, Mecklenburger having 2 excellent years. Kroll, the linebacker that's a rookie, is having a super year. And then defensive backs, I mean, I can go on and on. But you look at it, you can see why they're ranked number 1 in the AFC in defense. And then you look on offense. On their offense, you look at John Elway is having a good year. But it's the type of team that you never know. You can't give up. You got to play 60 minutes. You look at some of the other quarterbacks like a Marino, a Boomer Esiason, Bernie Kosar, Montana. You know you have to play for 60 minutes, and that's what type of quarterback John is.
Yeah. Earlier in the show, we talked about how improved that Broncos defense is, especially in rushing the passer. With the injury to your knee and all the injuries to your offensive line, are you capable of getting outside the pocket if necessary in this game?
I don't think I was capable of getting outside the pocket even when I was healthy. But this is something that I try to tend to hold on to the ball maybe 1 or 2 seconds more. Take, for example, last week's game against the Kansas City Chiefs. I held into the pocket maybe 1 or 2 extra seconds, and we had 2 big plays, both of them for touchdowns. I'm not the type that's going to like to scramble outside like John. They don't have to worry about me running for 30 or 40 yards downfield, that's for sure. But I will tend to stay in the pocket just a little bit more, maybe the next quarterback.
Yeah, we've heard conflicting reports on exactly how much control you have over that Buffalo Bills offense. Are you now the offensive coordinator as well as the quarterback, or does that job belong to Frank Reich?
Well, maybe a little bit of both, but I do have total control of the offense. I call every play except for when we're in our short yardage or our goal line offense. Ted Marchbroda, I come to the sidelines and Ted has his input, but most of it, I talk to Frank Reich, the backup quarterback. He does a great job with me, and it's something that I get to call any play I want. I'm comfortable with that because, number 1, I get to call what plays I want. Number 2, I get into a groove, into a mesh with the receivers, and I know exactly what I like and what I want. So it helps, but I know Ted's been doing an excellent job during the course of the week, tutoring me and getting me prepared for each and every game.
Jimmy, thanks for being with us, and good luck this week.
All right, thank you, Chris.